Hello, everybody. It's me. Hello, hello. Hey, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I hope everyone is staying warm. Let me know if this is working. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear my piano? Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I know that like the majority of the country had some not fun weather this last few days, including where I'm at. We were shut down for the last couple of days. So I hope everyone is staying safe, staying warm. All right, let's see who we got in here. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really didn't know if we'd have anyone joining. I was like, well, a lot of people are going to be without power. So I'm happy that you're here. Let's see who we got in here. We got Southern California. Hey, Sherry. We got Northwest Ohio. We got Kent, England. We got Wisconsin, Ohio. I bet a lot of cold places. We got South Carolina, New Mexico, Boston. Let's see. We got Albuquerque, Margaritaville. Las Vegas, yeah, all warm there, right? Thank you for letting me know you can hear me and see me. Excellent, excellent. We got Georgia, excellent. We have Iowa up in here. Let me know in the chats if you did get hit with snow and ice. How much did you get? Right? How bad was it? I know it got really bad in a lot of places. I was on the phone with a lot of family and friends the last few days. Like, are you okay? And all of you that are in a warmer climate or out west, good for you. We got Delaware up in here. Excellent. London, Ontario, Florida. Don't feel like the sunny south in Atlanta right now. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. Oh, we got another Las Vegas, Canada, New Jersey, another South Carolina. Excellent, excellent. Florida, but it's cold. Yeah, so I know a lot of people got some stuff. Let's see. Will got 2 inches in Delaware. Not bad, not bad. We actually here ended up getting more ice than we did snow, so we had some black ice. So the university that I teach at, we were closed yesterday, we're closed again today, and apparently we're supposed to get another sort of snowstorm this weekend. So not fun. Not fun. Let's see. Don says we had about a quarter of an inch of ice followed by a frigid cold. Yeah. Yeah, miraculous your power stayed on. Yeah, we got really lucky here. In the city I'm at, there were a lot of people that lost power. Luckily, I didn't in the area I'm at. 8 inches in New Jersey. Have fun with that. Miami. Oh, hey, I bet it feels good in Miami compared to up north. Northwest Florida. Excellent, excellent. Had negative 45 wind chill where you're at, Sky. Oh my gosh. Whew. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. I hope everyone's grabbing their coffee, their cocoa, whatever you got, right? Your warm drink. Let's sort of have some warm cuddles at the piano tonight. So we're going to do the same thing that we've been doing in this new series on our weekly Tuesdays, which I'm loving. And you all have sent me so many messages telling me you're loving it too. So I love it. It's a wonderful way to kind of celebrate the piano and celebrate you all, because that's what I want to do on these weekly live sessions. I mean, you all see me, on several videos a week, but I want to get to use this time to celebrate you all. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So as you'll see on our to-do list here, we're going to have 2 rounds of a member song request and then an audience coaching. Now, if you're new here, if you haven't caught one of my recent lives, here's what that means. The member song requests are people that are channel members of the channel, which channel membership is completely optional. But if you join as a member and if you're interested to join, you can click the big join button below. Members get access to exclusive monthly videos that I upload just for them, where I break down popular songs. I give them lead sheets. And every penny from memberships goes to support and sustain the channel. But song requests, besides the videos, another fun thing that I get to do to show you all my heart is members get to fill out a chart for me, and they tell me all their favorite songs. And then every week, like 15 minutes before I go live, to just keep it fresh, I have a lottery system where I just pull 2 random people, 2 members, and then if your name gets drawn, I choose one of your favorite songs from the chart and dedicate it to you. And in real time, I didn't rehearse it, so it's not going to be perfect because I want to walk my own talk. All the stuff you see in my videos or in my piano lessons, those of you that take virtual piano lessons with me, and in my piano course that I offer, I'm playing with all the same tricks and tactics and techniques that I use, that I teach. And to show that in real time, you can just learn how to craft music, right? Even if I'm just sort of making it up, it's not going to be perfect, but I want you all to see that. So let's see. And then once we have that, so we'll have that twice, and then audience coaching is anyone is able to partake in this, so not just members. But you'll see if you haven't participated yet, there's a link in the video description below here where let me see what I call it. We'll make sure I call it the right thing. It's to a link called Free Mini Piano Lessons form, and you fill it out for me, and you just take an audio or a video recording of you playing piano, and you send it to me, and you give me a few bits of information about you. And then again, I do a lottery system, and if I choose you that week, you get chosen, and I'm going to play your video or audio, and we're going to do live piano coaching with it. I promise it's not scary. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to say your name, or you don't have to have me say your name if you don't want to, but we are all here to be supportive and build a beautiful community together. So that's what I love. So let's get with our first member song request. So let's see who won the lottery and what's the song. I'm not sure if you are in here. So I know a lot of people email me and say if they can't make the live, they'll rewatch it the next day. So let's see. The first one, drum roll, is Laura. I don't know if Laura's in here or not. We've also learned in the past, some of you have the same first names too. So let's see. The song I chose after the lottery system chose Laura, one of Laura's favorite songs that she put is Bridge Over Troubled Water. Gorgeous song, beautiful song. So I was thrilled to see that. I love playing this song. I don't get to play it a lot. I actually haven't played it in quite a while, maybe a couple of years, but it's a beautiful song. So here is my own rendition, just right in the moment, A Bridge Over Troubled Water for you all and for Laura. This is dedicated to you. Thank you so much for being a member and helping to support the channel. So here we go. I'm going to mute my microphone so you don't hear like my fingers clattering on the keys. All right. And let me know in the comments section, do you know this song? I bet you do. Is it nostalgic for a lot of you? I love this song. Have you tried playing it before? All right. There's also a few fun, famous covers of it as well. Do you have a favorite version of it that you like? But here we go. Bridge Over Troubled Water. Let's see what happens. All right, Laura. So if you're watching, if you're here live, or if you get to watch the replay later, that was for you. Thank you so much for being a member and supporting the channel. Truly appreciate it. All right. So I hope you all enjoyed that too. It's a fun song, beautiful song, has so much heart in it, right? Ugh, I love songs that you can just, no matter how you play it, whether it's simple or big, you can just feel like the soul in it, right? We all want that. We all want soul. All right, let me check in here with the comments section. Let's see if you all know Bridge Over Troubled Water. I bet you all like it. It's a really fun one. It's hard to find someone that hates that song, right? Oh, Pat's learning Bridge Over Troubled Water now. That's excellent. Congratulations. We can do a duet sometime. Let's see. Yep, people are liking Bridge. Yeah, it's a beautiful song. Yeah. Oh, Carla heard Aretha play that in person. I gave her a one-woman standing ovation. I had no idea what was wrong with the rest of the audience. Well, I'm glad that you were brave enough and was a leader to lead the standing ovation. I bet she killed that song. I bet she crushed it. Oh, Sherry, thank you. Sherry says, beautiful as always. Thank you. Oh, and you love Roberta Flack's rendition. Excellent. Mama D says, absolutely lovely and heartfelt performance, Matt. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. I always try to give everything I play heart, which is what I teach you all too, right? Every video that I post on YouTube, it's rare that I have a video that I don't also throw in. Make sure you're a human at the piano too. Don't be a computer. Be a human. Have a heart. Nina says, I love how you play from your heart. Oh, thank you. It's always very evident and appreciated. Oh, thank you, Nina. I appreciate it. Oh, lots of hearts. Thank you all. See a lot of beautiful is lovely. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. All right. That sounds fantastic, but my version sounds more like a kindergarten version. Listen, I don't care if it sounds like a 4-year-old playing. You should be proud of yourself for sitting at your piano and putting fingers to keys and making music. All right? I don't care what you're playing. And you'll see that's what I say with the whole audience coaching thing too, right? I don't think that you have to be at a certain level in order to participate. I don't care if you send in a video of yourself playing Mary Had a Little Lamb. We're going to celebrate every win because every journey starts with a step. Every staircase starts with one step, right? Be proud of whatever level you're at, because whatever level you're at, it's improvement from where you probably were, weeks ago, right? Even if today's your first day ever hitting a piano key, well, a few days ago, you weren't hitting a piano key. So, boom, right? Always have progress. Let's see. Oh, thank you. I see it. Bravo. Love the low and low beginning and ending. Thank you. Yeah, I work really hard, and that's something I teach you all a lot, especially in my lessons and in my course and in a lot of the YouTube videos. Part of the human touch is try to give your songs a journey. Try to give them an arc, right? I guarantee you can do it. Even on basic songs you're working on, simple songs, you can still give something an arc, right? How do you feel when it starts? How does it go somewhere? How does it move, right? I mean, I say you can play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star as... Or I cannot change one thing about that, not give it more notes, but give it an arc. You can make anything musical and have a human heart and an arc to it. So that's always my challenge for you all. Don says, oh, just beautiful, Matt, from your college days. Excellent. Love it. Great. Sherry says, you give so much, I'm amazed you have any left. I have an endless amount of love and heart for you all. All right. Hoboken says, tattoos? Yeah, are you talking about my tattoos? I do. I have a couple of tattoos. I have, let's see, I'm trying to see the camera. I have one there. I have one here. I do. Do you all have any tattoos? Let me know in the comment section, right? Thank you. Zena says, love the way you teach. I appreciate that. So speaking of teaching, let's move on now to our first audience coaching. All right. So again, now that you're starting to see this, I want all of you to submit. So many of you have already submitted stuff, which is great. Also, you can submit more than one stuff. Some of you have submitted 2 or 3 recordings and you're like, I don't know which one is best. Just pick one, Matt. And if you get chosen, that for both, if you're a member, if you get chosen for the song request, and if you're someone in general who gets chosen for the audience coaching, that doesn't mean then you can't get chosen again. All right. You'll still be in the lottery system, especially if you have multiple entries. All right. So That's my thing. So the first person who won the lottery from the audience, and remember, this can be anyone watching right now, you can submit to this, all right? It doesn't have to be a member. You don't even have to be a channel subscriber. I mean, I hope you are, but you don't even have to be a subscriber, okay? Anyone can submit. All right, so our first audience coaching session that the lottery person or the lottery chose is, drum roll, Joanna. All right, I don't know if Joanna is here with us. If not, hopefully she will be watching the live, but she sent in a video and she is playing a song called Lullaby from Piano Works, which is, I believe it's like the book series that she's working through. All right, so we're gonna listen. We're going to be encouraging. I'm so excited to do some more audience coaching. I love this. All right, here we go. So here's the first one. I have it turned up as loud as possible, so hopefully you'll be able to hear the video. But here is Joanna playing Lullaby. All right, excellent. All right, let's give Joanna a round of applause. Let's get those claps going. Excellent. Joanna, beautiful stuff. And again, this is it's like the song request. I only pull the videos like very recent before the live start because I want to in real time react. So you'll get my honest reaction. I play it once through really fast just to make sure it works, but I don't really take notes and stuff. So Joanna, fantastic stuff. The stuff that stuck out at me, especially like instinctually, is you should be proud of yourself that you are. When you have a book in front of you, it can be hard. And actually, several of my clients, we were working on this past week. When you have a book in front of you, whether it's a lead sheet or full sheet music, it can be tricky to try to mirror I gotta look up here at music. I gotta look down here at my fingers, and to go back and forth, and to do that with confidence, and to not just completely lose your place when you do that, and to really do that in a smooth way is not easy. That is a skill set to learn, to be able to have something in front of you and have to keep doing this. All right, that is not easy. So kudos to you. You also had a really nice pairing of the hand. So that song, I don't have the sheet music in front of me, and I don't have that book. You were playing it in. All right, so you were playing an F major, okay? So you were doing a really nice job of marrying the two hands. So that song has a lot of alternating in chords, and like your right hand does something, then your left hand does something, and it has to stay in time. Bum, 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 bum. So that's in a 3/4 time signature, or maybe a 6/8 time signature, depending on your sheet music. I don't have it in front of me. But that waltz filling, you did a really nice job of trying to keep steady rhythm. And what's great is, because I always like to point this out, right? And this is why too, that when I play for you all, I purposely don't perfect it and practice it over and over and over. I want you to see that I hit wrong notes. I hit a ton of wrong notes when I was playing Bridge Over Troubled Water. But the thing is, whenever you have a slip of the finger or you hit a wrong note, you have two options. You can either just let it defeat you, or you can just get over it and keep moving, right? And so I love that there were a couple of times that you had like a little bit of a finger slip, because that's just being human, right? I had tons of them in Bridge Over Troubled Water. But that you didn't let it, you didn't get defeated by it, right? You didn't like stop and have these really awkward long pauses. You just kept going, all right? That's what's beautiful about it. That's such a good psychological thing. So right there, you should have a lot of confidence in that. Music is also psychological. Yes, we're learning fingers and tactics and techniques, but the whole point is you're connecting it to your brain. And a lot of your brain is wrapped up in psychology. So those two things instantly of having where if you have a little bit of a finger slip, you just keep going. The confidence to be able to keep going back and forth between trying to look at your hands and trying to look at sheet music is great. You also had a really nice touch. It was very beautiful. You were trying to play it in a beautiful lullaby sort of way. Now, my main what's the word? Not critique. My main recommendation for you to now take it up a notch to go with that beauty is I'm 90% sure, I was trying to see it in the video and hear it, I'm pretty sure that you weren't using the pedal. And I assume your keyboard, it looks like a keyboard, or it might be a piano, but I assume it has a pedal on it. So a lot of times we initially, when we're at the beginner level of piano playing, we get really nervous to add the pedal because we think it's just one more thing we have to think about. I'm already trying to read music and get my fingers in the right place. Now I got to add my foot on top of it. But the pedal is going to be, like I constantly am saying all the time, the pedal is your best friend, especially for stuff like this, because it will help free your fingers up a bit. So when you were playing, there were a lot of times that I could see that your fingers were like you're hitting a note and your finger is on it, right? So then when your finger has to jump to a new chord, that can be where sometimes we accidentally have a finger slip or we have a bit of an awkward hesitation. We have to let the pedal be our best friend because the pedal allows us to hit our finger and then get off of the thing and be able to bounce from it. So a lot of times in sheet music, people see, oh, if a note is a half note, that means my finger holds the note for a half note. That's not what that means. It means the note is held for a half note, but it doesn't mean it has to be by your finger. That's where the pedal comes in. Most of the time, I want you all practicing with the pedal because it's going to make your playing not just more beautiful, but actually easier. That's why I say your pedal's your best friend. It's not one more thing to have to learn. It's like your best friend helping you out. Because if I had to, I don't have your sheet music in front of you, but it was, something like whatever it is, but without the pedal, I'm having to really hold my fingers down. And it can be a bit, without the pedal, the keys can be a bit punchy, especially with melodies like this, because your melodies in this song were outlining a lot of chords. You were doing the melody was arpeggios. So having a pedal can help soften that and make it more beautiful, right? The difference between no pedal versus it allows you to let the music breathe more. It allows you to slow down, speed up a bit, get a little louder, get a little softer. That human touch that I asked for and that I want you all to have, and especially in a beautiful song like this, Lullaby, that's beautiful, right? So you want to be able to have that. You want to be able to utilize the pedal because it will completely transform how your fingers sound. And this is something that all of you can do. This is a homework assignment I give to a lot of my clients and students. You will feel so weird doing this, but I promise you it works. You wouldn't do this when you're playing for someone, but when you're just practicing on your own, to get your brain tricked into knowing that you got to drill into your brain the idea that your finger can get off of a key and let your pedal hold it. Whatever song you want, or even just a scale, I don't care what you play, but practice holding the pedal down and purposely bouncing your finger off really high. Because you just have to train your brain that your finger is going to come off. Your finger can leave the note as soon as it hits it. It doesn't have to hold it there the whole time, especially if you got to get to a new chord. But that doesn't mean it's not going to be held, right? There's a difference between me going and my fingers are being held the whole time, which you can tell because the blue light lights up. Whenever you see my blue light up, that means my finger is still on the key. But if I go Same sound, but notice that the blue lights disappeared. The sound held, but my fingers had so much more freedom. So then if I had to go to a new chord, that's so much easier versus without the pedal, and I have to hold the notes down. The leap is harder, and there's like a little bit of an awkward hesitation and silence. So because you're already playing this really nicely, you're ready to now try to add the pedal. Because like I said, I was trying to hear it and listen to it, Joanna, and watch your fingers, and I'm 95% sure that you weren't using the pedal, which is fine in the beginning because a lot of beginner piano players don't think about it, or they think that comes later. I want to challenge you all, no matter what you're working on, even if it's very beginner, I still want you to practice adding pedal. Now, your sheet music may not tell you to pedal, but I'm telling you to pedal, all right? So Matt says so. And how do you know when to change the pedal? You basically change the pedal when the chord changes. So for like the lullaby song, it's outlining different chords. So when you can tell that the chord is changing between what the hands are doing, that's when you'll change the pedal. Okay, I really believe that'll give you a more elevated, sophisticated sound, and then you can have more fun trying to play it softly, beautiful, let it breathe, all that stuff. That's a lot easier when you have the pedal down. When you don't use the pedal, that stuff, it's not impossible, but it's a lot harder to do that. It's like putting a wall up that now you have to climb over versus it just feels at ease. Yeah? So Joanna, I hope that advice really helps you. I'm eager to hear from you. Let me know if that works for you. I hope it helps you out. And for all of you, right, that's sort of a big lesson that I want you to take. You are never too early to start adding pedal and practicing it. All right, you don't have to wait till your intermediate level. Do it today. All right, I want you to go ahead and start to marry your foot with your fingers, because playing piano is a holistic body experience, right? It is your feet or your foot. It is your hands. It is your brain. It is your heart. It is your, like, it's your whole body, right? Inside and out. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for Joanna for sending that in. Love it. Love it. All right, everyone. Let me jump in here at the comments here. Oh, I love to see everyone being so supportive of Joanna. Yes, it's not easy to put yourself on camera. Now, again, if you are watching this, anyone can do this. So it's not just members, okay? The audience coaching, anyone can partake. And if you don't want to show your face, you can have your face not in the video, or it can just be an audio recording. And on the chart that you fill out for me, the form, if you don't want me to say your name, you can just give me a nickname or like an initial or something. All right. So if you're really shy, but you want to participate, still do it. Okay. No one will know who you are, I promise. But you can see we're very encouraging. I am not here to hit your wrist with a ruler and tell you what's bad about you. I'm here to tell you what you should be proud of, because no matter what, you should be proud because you are one step closer to your goal than you were yesterday. All right. So that's what I love celebrating. Okay. So awesome. Awesome. All right. 20 Pierre says, your ability to find the key by ear is very impressive. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, sometimes it takes me a second because I kind of have to, right? So, but that just, comes with practice. Carlos says, my two hands must be divorced. Listen, it's not easy to put two hands together and to do stuff, right? That's why, like, sometimes I'll make YouTube videos that are specifically built on, like, it forces, not just sometimes, a lot of my YouTube videos are built on making you marry your hands in a different way. And oftentimes you'll notice that when I show something in my YouTube videos and I show it at a beginner level, an intermediate level, and an advanced level, one of the big things that changes is the left hand, because it's getting more life and energy and independence in the left hand. So then it can marry more with the right hand versus it kind of just always playing a block chord as an anchor. That's where we always start. So if that's at your level, fantastic, be proud of that. But eventually that's part of the journey of getting more creative and more artistic at the piano, is giving your left hand more of a role and more value and more of a partnership with the right hand. And that just comes with time too. All right. Let's see. Not sure your hands on speaking terms. I love it. Sherry says, okay, Professor Hodge. I am a professor during the day, a lot of the days. Hey, Barry. Thanks for joining. Mama D says, I love your reference to piano playing being a holistic body experience. It is. It should be, right? Because if not, then it kind of gets boring, right? If you're just playing white and black keys with your finger, I mean, at a certain point, it's like, okay, but what are we doing, right? You want to make music. Well, how do you make music? You make it with everything, with all of you, right? That's where the music should come from. All right, Pat says, I think it's easier to learn to use the left hand with arpeggios than with block chords. Yeah, both are wonderful, and they both, I kind of preach both. It kind of just depends what you like. Arpeggios can be, it just kind of depends how your brain works. Arpeggios can be sometimes easier than chords because you're playing one note at a time. But for some people, chords are easier because the shape is something that's more doable and you're not jumping as much. So you're playing multiple notes at the same time, but you're not having to jump. Both are great, and you see in my YouTube videos, I preach them both. Like, I go in and out. And when you all watch me play, for real, one of the goals is when you're watching me play, I mean, you all are very sweet and you talk about, like how much you love watching me play, but also start to pay attention, right? If you're watching a lot of my YouTube videos, if you're watching my members videos, if you've taken piano lessons with me, if you're in the piano course, whatever, like, watch how I play and see if you can start to pick out, like, what am I doing? Right? All the stuff I teach you all, I'm doing. Now, yes, I'm doing it. I'm pushing it to, a higher level, but you'll see me, like, sometimes I play chords, sometimes I play arpeggios. When I play an arpeggio, is it a short one? Is it a long one? Right? How am I giving it a musical arc? How am I trying to have a gentle touch? When can you hear me start to speed up again and then slow down again and then get a little louder, get a little softer, using the pedal, like using different octaves, painting the whole piano like a canvas with my fingers, right? That's all the stuff that I'm building you all up to, all right? So it's a learning experience. Harry says, a simple song, can you play Do Re Mi from The Sound of Music? Because I studied it on this one. Yeah, I mean, that's the fun one, right? Right? You can have fun with that one. Yeah. That one can just have a nice bounce. Yeah. Maybe that'll be one of the songs we do for a members video. I did last month a few my favorite things from Sound of Music, which was a lot of fun. Okay, so announcements before we get to song request number 2. There's not any really big new announcements. Of course, it's all the same stuff. I talked earlier in the live stream about members. So if you would like to help support the channel, totally optional, but every penny, I swear every single penny, goes to support and sustain the channel. And like I said, I try to show a lot of love to members. Members get access to a bunch of members videos. Every single week I'm uploading a new members video, breakdowns of really popular songs. You get downloadable lead sheets. We do these monthly these weekly song requests from members. I'm always trying to find ways to show you all my love and my heart for you helping to support me, and I want to help support you. So you can click the big join button below if you'd like to become a member. And then also in the link in the video description, you'll see a link. You'll see several links. So one link is to my Ultimate Intro Guide to Piano. If you haven't downloaded that yet, a lot of you probably already have, but if you haven't downloaded that yet, if you're brand new to my channel, definitely link that. It's a big updated PDF, 40 pages at this point, big PDF, totally free, that I made just for you all, my YouTube audience, and it has tons of information in there. I have pages and pages about colorful charts and diagrams and images and charts that teach you about how to play piano, all the notes on the piano and chords and scales and key signatures and how to break it all down. It's a wonderful free resource. It's like a whole book at this point that I give to you all for free. I'll never charge for it because I made it for you all to really help you jumpstart your piano journey. So you can download that, and you'll see links for that mini piano lessons form that I told you about if you'd like to participate in the audience coaching. And you'll see a link, I think it's down here, let me double check, to my website, Matt Hodge Music matthodgemusic.com, where you can find out the 2 big ways to study piano with me. And a lot of you on here have already taken advantage of this. So one way is every week I do several private one-on-one virtual piano lessons with people from my YouTube audience. And I love it. And I love helping y'all with your piano goals. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what level you're at, even if it's your first day of playing piano. So it's virtual, private one-on-one. It's through Zoom. So you can see all the information about that at my website. You can book one lesson. You can book a package of lessons. The more you book, the more of a discount you get on it. But those are really fun. I've given lessons to several of you all in here, which is a blast. And then you'll also see information about my piano course. I call it a course. Really, it's a holistic program. And I'm actually constantly adding more to it. So it's a really huge self-guided virtual course, but it's an entire program, and you get lifetime access to it, including all the current stuff and all the new future stuff coming for it. So it's called Basic to Beautiful, and I take you literally from the very beginner level of piano playing up through how to play with beautiful artistry. And it's not a class like a college class that you'll just take and then throw away. You will constantly be sticking with it. Every month I'm going to be adding more new stuff to it, which is exciting. So right now there's like over 16 hours of content in it. And it's all video lessons that I've recorded. So I'm really proud of the course. It was a labor of love, and I'm still adding more to it. So a lot of people have gone through the course already and told me how much it's helped transform their piano playing, which means the world to me. So you can check out those links in the video description below if you want to see all that fun stuff, the way to study piano with me. And of course, the most important way, you can just keep watching my YouTube videos as well. Yeah. And also, if you like this video, click like, right? I appreciate it. Okay. Member song request number 2. All right. Let's see. Oh, Carla says, that reminds me, thank you for the recent lead sheets. You're welcome. I love handing out lead sheets to you all. Boken says, everyone gives Matt a thumbs up. Yes, I appreciate it. Yeah. Let YouTube, the algorithm, know that you're enjoying this. Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Sherry. All right. Member song request number 2. Let's see. Drum roll, please. Who was the second one that got added? It is George. George was the second lottery winner for this evening. Thank you, George, for being a member. I appreciate it so much. And one of your favorite songs you put on the chart that you requested, if you were chosen, was Rainbow Connection, which I love. Such a nostalgic song for me. I love it. And I haven't played this song in a really long time, but I love it. It's such a beautiful song. So it definitely has some forgiveness for me if I hit some weird chords. We'll see what I remember. But it's a beautiful song. I love it. I love songs like that kind of just always capture the heart and imagination of both a child and an adult at the same time. I love that stuff. I love it. So let me know in the comments. Do you know Rainbow Connection? Do you like it? Is it nostalgic for you? Are you a Muppets fan? Do you have a favorite Muppet? I loved watching the Muppets as a kid. Of course, I loved Rolf, the one who played piano. And of course, I love Kermit and Miss Piggy, all the classics. But very nostalgic for me. I have a lot of memories of watching Muppets. One of my favorite Christmas movies is Muppets Christmas Carol that I still love watching. So, George, thank you for being a member. Thank you for requesting Rainbow Connection. All right, and this is dedicated to you, and I hope you all enjoy it. And let me know in the comments, is this song also nostalgic for you as well? Okay, let's tap into our inner beautiful Muppets. All right, here we go, George. I'm going to mute my microphone again. Something like that. All right, George, thank you so much for being a member and for requesting Rainbow Connection. That got me thinking about my childhood. Thank you all. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's see. Sherry says, lead sheet for this, please. If you make mistakes, they all sound like there's something supposed to be there. Well, I appreciate that. I do have a lead sheet for it. So, of course, I have so many lead sheets. Yeah, maybe this will be one of the members videos, right? Because members videos is where I get to break down all of those fun, popular songs. So if you all really like this, maybe this will be one coming up. Let me know. Do you want me to, for those of you that are members, do you want me to make this one of the upcoming members videos? Oh, also, speaking of that, I can go ahead and tell you, right? If you join in Tuesday, you always get a heads up, like what members video is coming up. This Saturday, your members video is... Hold on, I got it written down. Hold, please. Your members video for this week is going to be Edelweiss from Sound of Music. Another beautiful one. So you can look forward to that. Gary said you didn't recognize the name, but you certainly know the tune. Yeah, it's very recognizable, right? It's just like a classic song in our American culture. I love it. Weird Genealogy says, please do a video for this song. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll add it to the list for the members. I love it. Oh, thank you, Tommy says, bravo. Tony says, wow, very nice, Matt. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Don said, this is one of my favorites. Oh, terrific. Matt, I continue to be amazed that you can hold all these tunes in your head and play them spontaneously and so beautifully. You're a wizard. I appreciate that. Carla says, I love me some Kermit. When my grandson was tiny, he'd see the gecko and say, look, Nana, it's Kermit the Frog. Aw, I love that. Yes. I mean, I'm sure it's Kermit's cousin. Oh, thank you, Heather. Heather says, wowza. Carla, beautiful. Had to close my eyes. Oh, thank you all. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a beautiful song. Nina would love to see the lead sheet as well. Yeah, okay. Well, you all are convincing me. All right, I will add it to the list. Listen, I'm always listening to you all, right? So I will make sure one of the upcoming members videos in the next 2-3 weeks will be Rainbow Connection. I love it. See, I listen to you all. I kind of just, whatever you all want, I'm here. I'm your public servant. Malt Secretary says, was that in C sharp? Oh, Tony. Hey, Tony, great question. I started it because the song is famous for having like a key change. So I started it in C major and then I went to, you could call it C sharp or D flat. Either one works. I prefer to think of it as D flat. My brain just likes flats. So in my mind, I was starting in C major and then I went to D flat. A great question. And good eye, right? You thought it was C sharp. Good eye. All right, we got a lot of votes for the lead sheet. Absolutely, yes. Okay, you convinced me. All right, I'm here. See, this is why you all want to join for the weekly lives, because when I ask you questions, you help decide stuff, right? I can tell you several of my YouTube videos came from comments you all just made during chats, during live stream of like, Matt, can you do this? I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let me add that to my list. And then a week and a half later, there's a YouTube video about it. So I'm always here for you all listening. Okay. Pat says that would be great because it's not one of the regular songs being taught. Yeah, definitely. Barbara Lee, she's for members. Are they beginner too? Because I'm a beginner. Oh, great question. So the way basically, yes. The way that the members videos work is I show you a song, I give you the lead sheet, and I walk through it. I show you, here's the melody, here's how to play the melody, just the one-note melody. And then I show you the basic chords. I tell you every note of every chord, and here's, at a beginner level, here's the basic block chords. And then I'll usually give some advice of, if you want to take it to an intermediate or more advanced level, try this, try this, try this. So it's like a mini lesson. Every members only video is just on that one song, and it's like a deep dive into that one song. So whether you're at if you're at a beginner level, yes, you can do it. The lead sheets, I try to have lead sheets that aren't too crazy complicated, and I show you on video how to play the melody and the chords. And then if you want to elevate it, then I also give tips on that as well. Great question. Okay, our second audience coaching. All right, so let's see who won the lottery for this one. Drum roll, please. Our second audience coaching, our last one for the evening, is Eugene. I'm hoping I pronounced that correctly. Y-U-J-I-N. Eugene. All right, so I don't know if you're on here. If you're not, hopefully you will watch the replay, Eugene. So Eugene did something that several of you did, which is really exciting, where it's a recording or a video of them playing a piece, but also that they compose, which I love it. A lot of you are also experimenting with writing music, which I love. So you can also make that part of the video. So we are going to bring up Eugen's video, and she named her piece, what did she name it? Pentascale Bliss. All right, so it's an audio recording, and it's her, I listened to it once to make sure the video worked, and it's a composition built on pentatonic scale, which can be beautiful. So here is Eugen. All right, so here we go. Hey, all right, let's give Eugen a round of applause. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, Eugen. Well, the first thing that I love about this is what I said a minute ago, where that you are taking a concept to learn and practice. So like this, a pentatonic scale, and trying to do something creative with it, right? I love that. You all see in my YouTube videos, I'm always trying to do that for you all. Even if here's like a theory concept I want you to learn, here is a beautiful or a fun way to practice it. So it doesn't feel boring and you're just practicing it. So first off, for those of you, if you don't know, a pentatonic scale, which is what her song is very much built around, is I think you're a she. I'm sorry. I think you are. Eugen, because I don't see your face. But what's cool is, so a pentatonic scale is where you take a major scale, but you're playing the first note, the second note, the third note, the fifth note, and the sixth note. The reason we love that scale so much is because it sounds nice. All those notes sound nice together. If you just play a pentatonic scale or a pentatonic scale, it'll sound beautiful. Now, here's a fun way you can practice it. All of the black keys on the piano just happen to outline a pentatonic scale. This is why if you want to trick your friends and family, if you're a very beginner level piano player, but you want to trick them into make them think that you're this beautiful piano player already, if you go to the piano and you hold the pedal down, just play the black keys beautifully, and you cannot sound bad. If you just play black keys, you'll sound amazing because it's connected to a pentatonic scale. So a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah. Now, so that instantly is going to make it sound beautiful. Now, Eugen, yours was in. Let me play it again. Yeah. So yours is in the key of C, which is awesome. So what I liked about it is you also came up with this really strong melody with chords. You started off playing a lot of like sort of the first 5 notes. So a pentascale, you are using the first 5 notes of a scale too. which is wonderful. It was wonderful. But then you got into it. Here. I love that. Something like that. Yeah, but that's really nice. Now, what I love, I don't know if this was an accident or not, but I'm going to give you props for it. If you listen, that first. Well, one, you're holding the pedal down, which is good. That big speech I just gave about pedal is really going to make something like this really beautiful. But you also had like a beautiful second in there on that major chord. And if you've been with me for a while, you all know that one of the first things I love teaching you all to elevate chords is for every major chord add a second, meaning a major chord is a 1, 3, 5. And then what would the second note be if this is 1, 3, 5, which is the note in between the bottom and the middle, bottom and the middle note of the chord. So a D would be the added second. So by going not just, but where that second's in there, it's really, really beautiful. And I liked your walk down. Yeah, those are nice walk downs. Yeah, so you're using inversions, which is nice, right? So that walk down from the C, you use an inversion, I think, that's what I hear. So you're using the walk down to the B down to the A, which is nice, instead of just jumping to G. So your left hand has a nice walking bass. You did a lot of stuff in this song, Eugen, that has great composition quality. You had a really nice chord progression. The melody went well with the chord progression. You had nice different sections to it to go from what you had in the beginning into like, yeah. And I love that you're using pedal. The thing that you could have fun with now is it did sound like, I don't think you did this for like every measure, but there was a lot of times that I think, if I remember correctly, that you had the melody in your right hand and you were playing like the block chords in your left hand, or at least just like not rhythm in your left hand much. So I would say experiment with a song like this that has that really nice flowing groove kind of rhythm. Have fun experimenting with how can you change that up with the left hand, right? So maybe sometimes it's, or maybe sometimes it's, we do arpeggios, right? Arpeggios for this type of stuff, especially those beautiful lush chords, doing that open chord that I teach a lot about, where you take the chord and you, whether it's a major or minor chord, and you take away the middle note and you put the bottom note on top. So for C major, it'd be the C, G, C, and then so on and so on. That's a really nice sound too. And you can even experiment with like long arpeggios, right? Yeah, and then sometimes it can go to just chords, but maybe it's still open chords, but more like ripples. Yeah, and also practice having a bit more of that arc, because you have such a beautiful song and such lush chords and a great melody over top of it. This really lends itself to that musical breathing, right? It's hard for me to not do it because I'm so, it's just instinctual in me now. So, you know, I, like really kind of milk that, right? So instead of... what I hear is, Like there's breathing, because then you can, how do we make an arc? Then you change up rhythm and you start to give more energy into the left hand, and that can help. Because imagine transforming from just open chords in the very beginning in the left hand, even just 1 and 5. And then next time you're at it, then it gets a bit more. And then the next time it gets even bigger. You can do so much with that chord, that the melody you have in the chord progressions. Even at the beginning when you had you can still make that even more musical, right? And I would even, because I think you were playing block chords in the left hand for that, I would even not do a block chord. I would just do the open, like the 1 and 5. And then you can also experiment with that too, Eugen. The same chord progression you were using for listen how if you put those chords underneath that melody you made, it also then makes an interesting clash. Right? It connects it to the melody you're about to do. So instead of, you can actually make it part of the musical DNA for the meat of the song you're about to get into. Yeah. Right, you can have fun with some of those minor fourths. I love throwing minor fourths into this type of song, right? You can do so much with it. You have such a great foundation of a song. You can have so much fun really morphing it, right? Because eventually, like if I was playing your song, I would love to just keep shaping it on stage and just getting, making it a whole arc. Yeah, there's so much you can do with it. So now that you have a great foundation, Eugen, of a beautiful melody, you've really figured out how to make interesting melodies and chords from the C major scale, from the C major key signature, from the pentascale, the pentatonic scale. You've got all this great foundation. So now have fun seeing what you can mess with it. Yeah, just keep shaping it and molding it. It's like clay. Like, how can you keep molding it? Because that's how you can take a song and turn it into a 3-4 minute song, but you still give it an arc and a journey, right? One of the compliments I get a lot, which is very humbling to hear and I love, is, Matt, I don't always love listening to instrumental piano. Like, I love hearing someone sing, but when you play, I don't get bored. Like, I don't get bored hearing the full 4-minute song. Well, that's because we never just want to be elevator music, right? That's why I work so hard on give it an arc. How can I play the second verse a little different than the first verse? How do I make the third chorus the emotional peak? How does it feel like we start somewhere and ended somewhere? Like all of that stuff. And you can do that with this song, because then you can take something that just started as like a nice scale technique and you turn it into a beautiful like 3-minute song that goes somewhere, that has a whole life and a journey just with those beautiful melody notes and chords. Yeah, Eugen. So I hope that helps. I love that you're trying to write. You're not trying, you did. So you should be uber proud of yourself. So I love that. And you played it beautifully. So working on the stuff I just showed you and having fun experimenting with that is a great double whammy because it lets you practice composition techniques and also piano playing techniques at the same time. And I'm all for what I call deep learning, which is when we're practicing and learning something, you're always practicing something at the same time. That's why my YouTube videos, if it's, here's this thing I want to teach you, it's because that one thing, you're doing multiple things at the same time. You're thinking about rhythm and arpeggios and chords and inversions and rhythm and blah, 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 right? All of that stuff. Yeah, that's how we exponentially improve on the piano. Yeah. All right, Eugen. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for sending in. Beautiful, beautiful. I can't wait to hear more from you. All right. Let me check in with the chat here. Oh, Chuck says, bravo. Yes, Eugen, bravo. Carla says, great tip, Matt. Last week's takeaway, use the pedal. This week's note, pentatonic scale. Yeah, right? It's always great. So you can do a lot, right? You can do so much in C major, right? That was a great example. A lot of people think that C major is kind of a boring key signature, but it's not. You can do beautiful stuff. Yes, we usually start with C major in at more beginner levels because it's the easiest key signature, but that doesn't mean you can't do beautiful intermediate and advanced stuff with C major. I love playing the C major. The first 70% of Rainbow Connection I played in C major, right? C major can be just as beautiful as any other key signature. So never get embarrassed, because actually, that reminds me, one of my students said this to me a few days ago, and that they were embarrassed that they have to get lead sheets in C major key signature. And I was like, don't ever be embarrassed by that. That's so ridiculous. I mean, yes, eventually we want to graduate you to more key signature options beyond just C major. But don't think C major is a baby key and only babies play in C major. That's so stupid. Like, I love playing in C major. You can make anything beautiful in C major. All right. So don't get embarrassed if you have to play in C major. All right. You can make anything gorgeous in there. All right, Chuck says, I'm behind in the video. I just listened to Rainbow Connection. Oh, thanks, Chuck. Bravo. Can the Basics to Beautiful course get someone close with effort? Get someone close. Oh, I think I know what you're asking. So the Basics to Beautiful course, yeah. I mean, so it is such a not overwhelming. I structured it to be very simple in its structure. It's very clear what you should do step by step, do this and do this. Like, all of the videos are organized over modules that build on themselves, but it is so much information, and that's why I say it's a program. It's not just a course, it's a program for you to have lifetime growth. Because even once you get to the end, then I show you in the after the graduation module, there's more modules, and then I show you, now take this and try this, and I give you like an endless amount of video tutorials and lead sheets and stuff to keep practicing and working on it. And by the end of the course, I'm showing you different ways to play stuff, kind of like in the members videos, but like, here's what you can do at a beginner level. Here's how you can up the ante and keep pushing yourself. Because the goal is, can you take a song and can you make it as beginner up through advanced as you want? Because they all have merit. Because really, that's how we build, right? I mean, when I started Rainbow Connection, I didn't start it with, right? I built up to that. When I started it, I literally just went, all right, I'm just playing basic chords with just a little dash of special stuff, which the special stuff is not that hard, and I teach it to you a lot in the course. So yes, the course is all about a journey, right? I have failed you. If you take the course and by the time you end it, you are in the exact same spot you were as a piano player. Like, you deserve your money back, all right? It teaches you an exponential growth. And that's why I've had so many wonderful people send me emails. Truly, I get emails almost every day from people who are in the course. Either they finish it or they're in the middle of it, saying how much it's transforming them as a piano player, which is why I did it. I don't just do this for money. I truly have a passion and a love for this. And I want all of you to reach the full goal you want. And I'll also point this out about the course, because sometimes people will email me and say, I don't know if it's right for me, like the level I'm at. I'm not a total beginner, but I'm not advanced. Like, how do I know if it's right for me? This is why you get a trial period. You get a 7-day risk-free period to try the course. So if you're not sure, just order the program, and then within 7 days, if you've gone through it and kind of scanned it, and if it's not a good fit for you, or it's not what you thought it was going to be, all you have to do is just email me and ask for a refund, and I give you a full refund instantly, like no questions asked, because I don't want you to feel scammed out of money. That's stupid. But I will say hardly anyone has asked for a refund. But you get a 7-day trial period. So if you're on the fence about it, order it, and then if after a week you're loving it, which I get a lot of messages saying people saying I didn't think I would, but I do, so I'm not, I'm going to stick with it. But if it's not a right fit for you for your level, then all you gotta do is just email me within 7 days, and you'll get a full refund. So there's no harm to try it. Totally risk free. I promise. I give you a full refund within 7 days if it's not what you want it to be. But I bet you'll like it. Okay, Kathy says, basically beautiful, you're enjoying it, it's challenging. Excellent, great. Pat says, Bridge Over Troubled Water was originally in E flat and only maestros could play it, but you find almost any song in C major, which is nice for beginners. Yeah, I try. When I seek out the lead sheets that I give you all and the lead sheets in my library, I try really hard to make sure I'm not giving a lead sheet that is just ridiculously hard to look at, because there are some lead sheets that are very advanced or very tricky, right? A lot of the lead sheets that are sort of thrown at me on stage, especially if it's like a jazz song, I would never give that version to you all, because I want to set you all up for success. So I try to find lead sheets, or I make them myself. Half of the lead sheets I give you all, either I completely built myself, or I took from another company, but then I changed it, or it's from a company and it was fine. But yeah, I want to set you all up for success. And I'm a big fan, even for me, this is what I would choose. I'm a big fan of, with lead sheets, starting off, like the lead sheet itself is more simple. Then if you're already at an intermediate and advanced level, then you can take all the tips and tricks that I teach in YouTube and in my course and whatnot, and you can turn it into something that sounds very advanced. But if you just see the advanced version on the lead sheet on paper, initially it can feel very overwhelming. So I'm a big fan of, even to this day, I would rather someone hand me a lead sheet that's very basic looking, like it's a beginner level lead sheet, but then I get to use my own creativity to turn it into something more beginner. So I'm a big fan of that. So I don't just give you all lead sheets that are at a more easier level to read because I just think you all can't handle a more difficult lead sheet. But I'd rather give that to you all and then challenge you to use your own creativity to turn it into the stuff I want you to turn it into. That's a lot better. It's a lot better to take an easier lead sheet and turn it into something more advanced versus to take an advanced lead sheet and try to water it down if you're at a lower level. That's a lot harder. So that's why I'm very smart about the lead sheets I give you all, what keys they're in. I try to take care of you all. I really do. I put so much effort into every single video, every single lead sheet, everything I upload. That's why the course took me forever to build. I was filming it, all night for nights and nights and nights on end, because I really care about what I post. Anything I post or record for you all, even here in the live, I want to be able to say I stand fully behind it. I want to be someone that's credible, that's valuable, that's trustworthy, and that I'll never say anything I don't believe or that I don't do myself. And I hope that comes through for you all. Chuck says, oh, your passion is obvious and appreciated. Oh, thank you, Chuck. I really appreciate that. That would have been me asking that question. Yeah. No, please. There are no dumb questions. For real. Please ask me anything. Don't ask me what my bank account number is, but Gabrielle says, I sent your video. Excellent. Yes, please send me stuff. Please send me stuff. And once you send, I also should have said this. If you didn't get chosen that week, that doesn't mean you're out. Like, I'm keeping the bank. So I promise you, if you sent me something, you are going to get selected at some point. I promise you. Because also, if someone gets selected twice, 2 weeks in a row, then just to be fair, I'll put that name back. But if you submitted multiple things and you get chosen, that doesn't mean you can't get chosen again, a few weeks down the road. So Send me one thing, send me multiple things. You can send me something and then next month send me another one to have right. It's ongoing. So just like the member song requests, those of you that are members, or if you want to join and get access to the members, when you fill out that chart for song request, you can keep filling it out if you keep thinking of more songs, because it's just kind of ongoing and I'm keeping the chart. So if you already filled it out, because some of you have already done that, you filled it out and then you were like, oh shoot, I meant to put, those songs on as well. Just add them. Okay? Awesome. Chuck says, you are all those things. Oh, I appreciate it. Sherry says, your effort shows in all you do. Oh, I appreciate you guys, really. Don says, you're one of the most human beings I know. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate that. I'm a teacher at heart, for real. I always make the joke with my friends, if I won the lottery tomorrow and won $10 million, that'd be awesome. But I would still teach. Like, I don't do this for anything other than the love of teaching. I mean, yes, it's my profession, and yes, I pay my bills with it, but I truly, it comes from my heart and soul, and everything I make for you all, I want it to be great, and I want to help you achieve your dreams, because the people who influence my life the most, besides my family and friends, were my teachers, my music teachers. They helped shape who I am. And I always promised myself, if I was blessed to get the career that I wanted, and I've been very blessed to have an incredible career that I built for myself, I always promised myself that I would pay it forward. And that's what I'm doing here. That's why I've loved building this YouTube channel, and the sky's the limit with it. And I love hanging out with you all each week, even though, yes, I post videos for you all to watch each week, but I love this. I love getting to hang out with you all. All right, so that was our live session with all of our members request and audience coaching. So again, anybody can participate in the audience coaching. All right, so for real, if you're watching this, even if you haven't subscribed, why haven't you subscribed? But please, anyone can send stuff, fill it out. And then members, if you're interested in getting access to all of the members videos and getting the song requests and all that stuff, as soon as you click join below, you'll get instant access to all of that. And you can join for like $4 a month. Like, I have different levels, but you can join at the low one if that's what you want. The higher tiers of membership, this will be the last thing, because some people ask me this too. The higher tiers, you don't get more videos, but what you get is when I do these sort of lottery systems and the different perks I come up with the members, the higher tiers get more of a chance, like your entry into the lottery systems or the contests or stuff like that get amplified, if that makes sense. But if you just want access to the videos and that's all you care about, you can join at the low level too. All right, thank you all so much for joining me. Let me check in here with the final little comments. Let's go ahead and start to say goodnight to everyone. Please stay warm. Please stay warm and safe. Jerry says, take care. Yes, the pleasure is ours. Oh, thank you. Pat says, all of us blessed by your generosity and friendship. Oh, I appreciate that, Pat. Pat was one of our winners a few weeks ago, or last week, right? For one of them. Yes, everyone, please stay safe. Thank you all so much for joining. I really, really appreciate it. Again, check out all those links down below. The link to my website if you want information about taking a virtual piano lesson with me, and my basic to beautiful piano course. All the information is over there. And you can click the join button if you're interested in the memberships, and the links to fill out the charts for all these lotteries are also in the link below. All right. Thank you all so much for joining me. There'll be a YouTube video for you all in the morning. This week we'll have a public YouTube video tomorrow, and then one on Friday, and then Saturday we'll have the new members video. All right. And I promise I'll add Rainbow Connection to the members list, because you all made that clear to me. All right. Thank you all so much. Please stay warm. Please stay safe out there. Have a wonderful, blessed week. And I'll see you all next Tuesday. We'll be back here with the lives, and we'll see what songs we end up playing and who gets chosen for the audience coaching. All right. All right. Thank you all so much. You all have my heart. I truly appreciate every single one of you. Have a wonderful week. Mwah. All right. Bye. I just hit my camera when I did that. Bye, everybody. Good night.